GlobalWon Plus is a revolutionary new game that alters the rules in your favour. You know, people say that there's no surefire way of winning, you know, in any game or anything, that you're not definitely guaranteed to win. But we've invented a game where you can actually alter the odds in your favour. And it allows you to increase your odds of winning each and every week. And a way that you can play the game to greater and greater levels of income. So what's so good about our game? Fundamentally, it plays more prizes to more people more often. It's not like a lottery. It's not a winner takes all. You know, people are always looking at lotteries, a 20 million jackpot or whatever, you know, with stars in their eyes that they want that. There's probably only one person going to get that, and it's probably not going to be them. People are obsessed with what someone else is probably going to get. The likelihood of winning something like a lottery is fairly ridiculous. You'd never go to a bookies and bet that. So we've designed a game that pays people more often, that pays people reasonable, you know, good, life-changing amounts of money very often. So it's better odds than any other type of game in the world. It's designed to let more people win life-changing money. What the brilliant bit, which I'll explain later, is it pays 9 winners for every single winning ticket. One of the key things is that GlobalWon Plus have a charity fund as well. But it's not like National Lottery, you know, it's not, the money's not going to go to Peruvian hamster farmers or some bizarre cause you've never heard of. Because we're taking your influence from how we spend the money. Every ticket purchased, every sale, everything that happens in the business fills up the charity pool, where you get to influence the causes that you believe in. We're going to listen to you. So help us fill up the charity pool. We'll keep you informed of how we use the money, and you can improve the lives of others in the pursuit of your own dreams. You can afford in this business to think about yourself, and only yourself, and what you're going to achieve and what you're going to get. And as a side effect, we're going to generate money for all these causes anyway. So, how does it work? It's a unique game. A unique 6-number game. And it's run every single Wednesday. You simply choose 6 single-digit numbers, 0 to 9, and we use the closing figures of 6 European stock markets to match those numbers. You don't need to know anything about the stock market to win it, and it doesn't matter whether the stock market goes up or down. So, very, very easy to understand. On a Wednesday evening, the UK FTSE index closes, and you can watch this on TV or on Bloomberg channel or in the newspaper or whatever you like, and you'll see that, say, the closing digits are 5826.30. We take the last whole number before the decimal place, and that is the first winning number. So if you chose 6 as your first number in the game, then you've got one number right already. Then we take the German DAX, French CAC, Spanish IBEX, the Swiss SMI, and lastly, as the bonus number, the Austrian ATX. The fantastic thing about this is people talk about online gaming, you know, people talk about buying. The single biggest problem people have is trust. I was in the airport yesterday and I passed one of those things where there's a car, you know, you can try and win a car in the airport. And the fundamental barrier I had is I'm thinking, how do I know these guys aren't going to cheat and give the car to their friend? You know, that's what everybody thinks. How can I trust these guys? This is brilliant. You don't need to trust anyone. If you've put those numbers in, and that's the closing numbers of the stock market, you have won. And if you're there on the internet or watching the news at 6 p.m, you can see what the numbers are probably before we do. So it's completely transparent. So let's look. Fantastic prizes. All you need to do is match 3, 4 or 5 numbers to win prizes. If you match 5 numbers plus the bonus number, you win a minimum of €25,000. So that's either a BMW 116 or its cash equivalent. The average prize is an estimated €150,000. Statistically speaking, someone will win it when the prize pool is at €150,000. As you may or may not know from news on the site, there's a guy who came in about 3 weeks ago, bought himself a pack, won 37,000 with his first ticket. Can you believe that? So I got to call the guy. He didn't believe me for about 20 minutes. But it's more than just a game. It incorporates social networking. It incorporates people talking to other people. Friends introduce each other and share the benefits and win together. Social networking sites like Facebook and all those kind of things account for more than 50 million people globally. It's very, very easy to see how if you've got 5 friends who play and then they've got 5 friends who play, that you can find yourself having thousands of friends playing this game. And you can harness this power to get changing income. Because when you introduce your friends, when they win, you win. So effectively, by introducing your friends, you get to make your own luck and give yourself possibly thousands or tens of thousands of chances to win. Now let me explain how it works. We give 4% of anything anybody you introduce wins. If somebody wins €100, we'll give you €4. Because our business works fundamentally on good news stories. We want people to win. We have a prize pool and we want to give it away. We want people to win. And we're prepared to pay you to find us those lucky people. But it's not just down to you. It's down to 8 degrees of separation. You tell a friend who tells a friend who tells a friend who tells a friend, down to 8 people. If any of those people win, you get 4% of that. So, for example, you introduced a few friends. They introduce tens of people, who introduce tens of people more, who introduce hundreds of people, who introduce hundreds of people, until you have thousands of people in your community, all playing this game. If, for instance, somebody 5 or 6 people removed from you was to win €300, the person who introduced them would receive €12. The person that introduced them, and you. So you'd make €12 just because somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody won €300. How many times do you hear, so-and-so won the lottery, so-and-so won this prize? It'd be far better if every time somebody won a prize that you actually received a benefit for that. Even if somebody won 2,500, you'd all get 100. If someone won the top prize and won, say, €200,000, everybody up the chain would win €8,000. In the case a few weeks ago, a guy called Pete Thomas, on his first game, on his first number, won €37,000. The guy who introduced him one day before won €1,600. The guy who introduced him got €1,600, and so forth. So there was a whole chain of happy people. But if you imagine that down here you've got thousands of people, how many 3-number winners are you going to have each week? So here's the principle that we operate the whole business on in the game. You can play GlobalWon Plus and start winning today. And certainly if you take Pete Thomas as an example, his first game, €37,000. You introduce your friends and you can boost your chances. If you've got 10 friends playing with 10 tickets each, and you have 10 tickets, that's 110 chances to win something you have. But you've only spent €10. Your friends will invite others, and as a result of the multi-wins, you'll find yourself making at least €10 a week, so you'll never have to put your hands in your pocket again. All you need to do is sit there, leave it on automatic purchase, and let the money build up in your account. And as the community grows, you'll find yourself getting closer and closer to those big wins. You can find yourself making a second income just from the game. When your community gets much bigger, you find yourself making an unlimited amount of money, really. As we release this on a global basis, we could do millions of ticket sales each week, and imagine having been entitled to 4% of everything that's won. We pay out 40% in our prize pool. So if we do 1 million ticket sales, we're paying out in prizes €400,000. If that was in your community, you would get 4% of that. So you can see how powerful it could be. So we have an amazing lucky numbers game with fantastic odds of winning, a social networking opportunity, multi-wins, and our charity fund. And we think that when we launch, that everyone's going to want to play. This game launches to the general public. I'm saying here at the end of 2008, but this morning I announced that it's going to be November. That's when we're going to launch the game. There's a chance now to get ahead of the game and join as an affiliate. There's an opportunity, business opportunity here.